Next up, why have stable, predictable trade policy when you can just have daily chaos? It seems to be the current attitude to global trade. Just when you thought the tariff tax drama had stabilized, the president and the EU started fighting again about the pace of negotiations between the two stakeholders, with huge effects again on the economy and particularly the stock market here in the United States. Here's the latest. 50% tariffs on the EU imposed by the United States have been postponed once again until July 9th. The US is demanding major concessions from the EU, changes to tax rules, removal of digital services taxes, and the EU wants zero for zero tariffs on things like industrial goods, steel, aluminum, and they want taxes removed from car imports. So these are pretty complicated issues that seem unlikely to be resolved easily. There's been some really interesting data about tourism that seems to parallel all the drama going on the trade and tariff front. New data from Trivago shows bookings from countries like Japan, Canada, and Mexico have declined by double digits. Those names may be familiar because those are some of the countries with which the United States has been the most aggressive in terms of tariffs, and they are also among the largest trading partners for the United States. So tons of complexity there. This seems to echo some of the data we sourced last month from ITA, which noted that travel to the United States from both the EU and Asia has declined significantly in the past year. The third story is the New York Times is reporting that trade-related crimes are actually on the rise under this new complicated tariff regime. The result is that companies are mislabeling goods, they're underreporting values, and they're rerouting shipments through third countries. Even businesses that are trying to comply can't necessarily figure out what the rules are on any given day. Federal authorities are trying to ramp up enforcement, but new firms are actually popping up more quickly than enforcement could actually keep up, specifically to help importers evade tariff taxes. The problem here is that this economic policy is creating its own criminal ecosystem, it seems. When compliance becomes a moving target, you're incentivizing evasion. Based on the reporting, this just seems like a huge economic mess being created by the confusion in tariffs. And even for the companies that want to do the right thing, it's just not clear necessarily how to do that.